Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Thursday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches Arpeggio of Blue Steel. Oh my god. So in the last episode of Arpeggio of Blue Steel, well, we had a big ol' fight between a submarine and two big ol' fucking boats. And our girl Iona just completely annihilated all of them, and they all blew up because she shot them right in their gravity hole, which made them implode and blow up the boats. But the lolly inside the boat survived somehow and is now a separate entity from the boat. One of them still has her body, and the other one is a tiny rock. And they're being looked over by the little orphan girl from before, so I guess they're going to have to settle for having a little girl be their captain instead of a big, turgid, throbbing male captain. What do you think I was going to say? But yeah, so that's the end of an arc there, I guess, or like the end of like a section of the arc. So let's get in here and let's see what we're gonna do next time, like on the next little arcy-do, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go! Oh, man, that's a big fucking hole in the wall. Man, I sure hope the fog doesn't just roll in and own them right the fuck now. You fools thinking you could contain Iona with your pitiful clamps. %? I mean, hey, it looked like she used a lot more in the actual episode, so I mean, that's pretty good. Okay, so how does she get more nanomaterials? Does she need to, do we need to harvest them from fog wrecks, or, like, where you gotta go? Where do you get nanomaterials? Oh, now they've got the vibration warhead. Alright, okay. 2,000 hours? We can't wait that long, my god! I know, it literally doesn't mean 2,000 hours. I know it's military time. I use military time. I've used military time since I was 5. Man, it even looks like a fucking weird space dildo. God damn. Uncle... Hey, no, you do not get to localize that to Uncle Sam. You do not get to localize that to Uncle Sam. I heard America-san. I know enough Japanese to know what he said. She's too busy thinking about the fucking lives she took today. Oh no, the submarine lolly has fucking PTSD now. Don't worry, Iona. Eventually you'll kill enough boats that you won't feel anything anymore. That's when you should be worried. This show's got like a really neat format. I forgot to turn my fucking fan on again. God damn it. Well, if I get heat stroke during this episode, we all know why. I do like the format the series goes for. You know, like one episode of big dumb fight, one episode of downtime with plot and development and all that. Like for this sort of format where like naval battles are really fucking long in real life. Like a fight between two people, like, on a field. In real life, a sword fight is done by, like, in one cut, maybe two. Like, depending on how skilled people are. I'm talking contact, not swings. Right? So, as a result, even if you draw it out in a fight, like, in a fighting show, like, it's still, you know, pretty fast. And you can probably fit maybe 1, maybe 2 in, unless you're Dragon Ball Z, then you've got 10 hours of screaming. Like... But naval battles can last days. So the fact that they're actually kind of showing that by having the battles take up entire episodes by themselves, divorced from everything else, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot as a concept. Damn, Iona actually fucking picked up the phone. God damn. So how can she contact them through this? Oh, that's worse. So, okay, if Iona's disconnected from the network, then how can she do this? Like, I don't think that was ever explained. How can she still access their fucking Skype chats if, like, she's disconnected from the fucking command structure? Is there nothing stopping? Is there something stopping them from just coming in and being like, assuming direct control? Like, she keeps talking about foolish Ningen and where her fucking boat is. Care to explain? I don't like that. I very much do not like that is, like, if I woke up from being murdered. If I woke up from being murdered and I was surrounded by that shit, yeah, I'd react the same way. I'd shoot a big burst of fucking... Why is the hologram wearing lingerie? Lingerie and a coat. Why? Yeah! Foolish Ningen, you have just given her back her power! You fool! God, she just looks like a fucking Akatsuki member, dude. First name Haruna, last name Boat. What's going on? Why can't I see? Why am I a rock? Wait, okay, I really want to know. How can they survive outside the boats? Because I thought the boats were them. Like, I dead ass thought that the boats were them and the holograms, the mental models were like a fucking projection. Damn. Yes, a totally normal human thing to do. Can you fellow humans not reconstructure your clothing to best serve utilitarian purposes? Truly a failure of the Ningen. What are you talking about? Lingerie and thigh highs are the perfect fucking costume to wear. Everyone will know, will do what she says. Absolute territory. It conquers all. Because she's an 8-year-old and is too stupid to know better. It means a really shitty gotcha game, right? This shall be a new weapon to use against the humans. They will pull gotcha but get nothing but 1-star servants. I really don't like the fucking... Oh, it's a robot, too. I don't like... she's being spied on by her plushies. By a creepy old man in a hospital bed. I don't... I don't... The thigh-high stay. She just wants her coat. She just wants her coat, man. Well, at least the yellow frock seems to be staying. My girl Haru just wanna wear her coat, man. She just wants to look like a member of the Akatsuki, man. She's just gonna try and catch the Nine Tails, man. Fuck. Safety coat. It's time for the safety coat, yes! The human has taken a liking to you. This will make her easier to destroy. Boy, is she gonna turn into a fucking little doll? Okay, the nightmare has grown worse. The nightmare has actually grown worse, alright. Genocidal teddy bear time. I mean, at least she knows that she should play dead. Like how the maid didn't fucking notice, I'll never know. Yes. Damn, imagine being rich enough in like a post-apocalypse where resources are at a minimum. You can afford to put together an extra rack of ribs for a fucking teddy bear. Man. Oh, he died, huh? Then who was the creepy old man in the hospital bed? God, there's probably so much food waste from this one fucking household, dude. Yes. The little girl has turbo cancer. You gotta take those pills for your fucking congenital syphilis, leukemia, and fucking... I don't know, some other disease. I'll think of something. Okay, what secret job? Like, she was there at the submarine dock. Why was the fucking 8-year-old with leukemia at the second submarine dock? Yes, the little girl is also a boat. Damn. Fucking Haru just... I feel like this is gonna become my favorite fucking interactions. Oh god, that's soap. That's soap. Okay, I actually do have a question. Is this like just a common thing in Japan? Just have a raised fucking platform with a shower head on it? Where people just fucking sponge each other? Because I have never seen that outside of anime. And I don't understand how the fuck you get clean. Fucking Haru just shapeshifts into a tiny version of her boat. I have returned to the seas, mortals. You are doomed. Okay, which one of them had the QR code? Was that Maki with the QR code? Yeah, friendship. Okay, if the little girl had the fucking QR code, that is her nuclear reactor. It's keeping her propellers going. Oh, is she peacing out? Is she peacing out? I mean, not gonna lie, her being a bear is kind of fucking hilarious. I hope it's permanent. Imagine they defect to the human side and they make two new boats. And just this, like, and Maki just fucking runs them both. And just one of them is just a bear. How do they know about that? They ain't gonna find shit. That little girl ain't gonna let them find shit. It is time for slice of life fun time adventures, the living teddy bear and the fucking sentient boat. Like, I'm waiting for the full face turn to happen. Fucking Haruna and fucking Kotaro. I've already forgotten her actual name. Haruna and Kotaro just fucking straight up be like, no, Maki is our friend. She is our captain now. Dumb bitch! Did she just get fucking dinked in the face with a torpedo? How have they not noticed that? How have they not noticed these fucking stuffed animals watching them? Alright, how this playing out? How this playing out? God, if the maid turns out to be a sick ass fucking robot, I'll be super down. Maid just like pulls the skin off her arm and there's a minigun underneath. Oh, but man, this is sus fuck. Master of this house, master boat designer, vegetable. Fucking bamboozled, goddamn, alright. Why does she have a QR code on her titty, dude? Yo, she's a robot! I figured there was something like that going on, but... The little girl's a fucking android! Android 18 looking head ass, dude. Of course. I mean, that just follows naturally. That's fine. 109. Okay, what happened to the other six? So that's why she needs her medicine. Because her body could literally fucking fall apart at any moment. This little girl could just fucking turn into fucking ashes at any moment, dude. I mean, she seems fairly happy. I mean, she's a little lonely, but, like, she seems pretty happy with her life. I mean, of course, she doesn't know any different, but is that really all that bad? If she don't know anything else, and she's happy with what she's got, it's kind of a squicky subject ethically, but I mean... Okay, but why discard her when she's still functional? Why would they why would they replace her when she's still functional? The Japanese government seems really fucking stupid. Well, and if he dies, then he can't solve any problems that show up. It's literally the only reason we made it past the agricultural revolution. Please, horrible genocide boats, please become my daughter's best friends. My man's like, look, you can wipe out humanity all you want, just be my daughter's best friends. Oh boy, here comes the Goober Man. Oh damn, hang on. What they rolling with? They rolling with M4s? That shit went by way too quick at too slow of a frame rate for me to see. Oh damn, they figured her out already, shit. You best take that little girl and run. You got a captain now, chief. Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Oh boy, alright, okay, and then that's the end. Alright. Not gonna lie, man. We could just follow Haru, Kotaro, and Maki for the entire rest of the series, and I'd be down. Fun adventures of fucking Android girl, her bear, and her boat best friend. Now I'm in. I'm buckled in, motherfucker. The ride never ends. Oh boy. I love how it doesn't really take all that much for, like, the fog ships to just start drifting away from the fucking fog command. Like, fucking, all it took was getting her ass kicked to make Takeo do it. And now fucking Haru and Kotaro, and yes, I will keep calling her that because I've already forgotten her actual fucking name. Like, while they haven't broke with the fog yet, the fact that they even made the fucking promise to be Maki's friend, or at least, like, they're considering it in the first place, shows that they're really not the horrible, mindless killing machines that Congo seems to think that they should be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a big change. That's a big difference from what they supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big right there. Hey, that's a cute image. I like that image a lot. That's adorable. Okay, so once again, this show, this show like continues to just get better. There's only good shit so far. The thing with Iona is like, like we're getting in there, like, oh, we're delivering the warhead to Uncle Sam. Shit's all right. Like, I mean, whatever, right? It was functional. We didn't really need all that much. Whatever. But like the stuff with Haru and like seeing all the extra like shit going on the side, like I honestly I am way more interested in that than anything, and I think it's just because I like the idea. I like the idea of godless killing machines becoming, not that. Like, I don't know, I feel like that's like my favorite kind of thing. Like it's like, oh, these are two boats that were literally designed to wipe humanity off the map and murder everything. Let's put them in a mansion with a small little innocent android girl and let's see what happens. I don't know, something about that tickles tickles the good juices in my brain. I don't know, I like that a lot. I really like the just like the like over the course of the episode, Haru and Kotaro like they're still who they were. They haven't like completely like 180'd on personality, but they have like had a little bit of development even just from the fucking thing. Like at the start, like Haru is just like okay, this human is going to be useful. We will kill it when we need to. We just go. We'll just exist, staying low, like anything. And then until at the very end, like it's like, oh, you want me to be friends with your daughter? I mean, I'll consider it, I guess. Like, and she's just sitting there, like, on the edge of her bed considering. Like, that is a change that's pretty fucking drastic over the course of 22 minutes. Like, but like, in a good way. They led up to it, like, very, very, very well. I like it. I like it a lot. The story of Haru is the story of Maki is very interesting as well. I think the only real, like, gripe I have is that I do not quite understand the idea of the Japanese government there. I'm gonna keep talking and turn my fan on. Like, okay, so, like, first off, they want to take they want to take Iona away from, like, the only person who could make her fucking function. Like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like what's the point of that? Like, this submarine, you've tried to make it function for decades. No dice. You couldn't even take the fucking thing apart. You get a guy that can make it function, and what do? You turn him into a fucking fugitive, and you try and arrest/murder him any chance you fucking get, despite the fact that the actual Navy, the people that are in charge of dealing with the fucking fog, are like, no, he's chill, dog. He's chill. He's fine. He's a contractor. He's good. Like, fuck. But then at the same time, they go, okay, so I want you to design us a child that can basically be a living supercomputer. Alright, made 107 of them. Cool. Only one survived to young adulthood. Okay, that's the thing. Alright, well, we're scared of that, so we're gonna lock you in a mansion. Oh, cool, it made a vibration warhead that can kill the fog? Rad. We're gonna kill it. Make us a new one. Why? Like, Maki's existence is a literal statistical error. Like, functionally. Like, out of 107 children, she is the only one that survived. And she is functionally identical to the ones that didn't live. And even then, she needs to take fucking daily medicine and have, like, daily checkups in order to ensure that she is not just breaking down at a cellular level. The fact that she exists is a fucking 1 in a million chance. And the army's just like, yeah, take her out back, put a bullet in her brain, do it again. It is the post-apocalypse, my gamer. You do not have the resources for this. Holy shit, fuck. yeah, like, God, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think that's like my only real gripe with the story is the fact that the Japanese government seems to be so woefully incompetent and just wasteful that I do not understand how the fuck a reverse coup d'etat hasn't fucking happened. Like, usually it's the army taking over and instituting a fucking military junta. Honestly, at this point, it should be everyone else overtaking the military and making a political fucking junta. Holy shit. Oh, but like, I mean, so it seems like the military is run, like the Diet is run by a general of the military, so maybe the military junta has already fucking happened. But, like, they're so incompetent. Holy shit, give a reverse coup at this point, dude. Like, I imagine if, like, the average Japanese citizen in this universe knew how fucking stupid that their government is, not even like, oh, our government's done a bunch of inhumane experiments and really horrible bullshit. Not even that. The fact that they did all that horrible bullshit and did it incorrectly is what pisses me off more. Like, if you're gonna go full fucking authoritarian, horrible fucking science experiment, at least do it correctly, for fuck's sake. At least be efficient with the lives you're wasting. Just... But, like that's, like, my only real gripe with the show, is the fact that, like, they make the government out to be a villain, which is fine. You can have the government be a villain. But the thing that makes a government scary is when the government is not only, like, dangerous and, like, against the rights and the civil liberties of people, but also they're fucking good at it. Like, for example, the US government is a little scary. But it's not because they're good at it. The US government is a horrible, bloated mess that is twisted to the whims of fucking people that have no business making policy decision. And the thing is, it's so short-sighted and bloated and shitty, and it takes so long to get anything worthwhile done, that the scariness comes from the fact that it is incompetent. Like, if something is needed by a government that is, I'm going to say neutral good, but honestly it probably scales more down to the neutral at this point. Like, the fact that it is a neutral good body that is so bad at its job that it commits evil by negligence. That's a problem, but it does not make for a good villain. It makes for a good, yeah, man, we're gonna go against the system. The system, it wants to do this thing, but it's too bloated, so I'm gonna do it for the system. I'm gonna go outside the system. It's like the kind of thing we get where we get, like, Dirty Harry and, like, Clint Eastwood, like, those sorts of things. It's not really a villain, it's more of, like, an obstacle. Whereas here, they're very much an active antagonistic force. And, like, that sort of thing does not work. Like, the thing that makes China's government scary, on the other hand, is the fact that they have essentially locked down everything. All communication, like, fucking thought. Like, people in China think things that are, like, objectively incorrect about the world because it's what the government told them and they've got no way to know otherwise. So it is scary because it is hyper-effective. Like, if it came down to a point where, like, the balance was, like, thrown out of whack and China was, like, fucking, like, oh, shit, oh, fuck, we're gonna scramble to pieces, China would not collapse. China would just double down with horrifying effect, and we'd get, like, another North Korea situation. But, of course, North Korea is kind of incompetent on the wider stage, but I imagine domestically they're fine. Like, when you have a villainous government, they need to be more like China and less like America. And that's not me being like, oh yeah, America, good. No, it's because America's incompetent. Like the you know what I mean? Like, China is very, very good at like, creating authoritarian hellscapes, because they've been doing it since the fucking 700s. Someone's gonna get mad at me for that one. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, you need to have a scary government to be your antagonist. Like, I would argue that the fog, up to this point, is not really the antagonist. The fog is just a force of nature at this point. Like, The fog does not know why it is there. They do not know why they do what they do. All they know is that they must kill. They have as much fucking agency as a goddamn hurricane. I wouldn't say a hurricane is evil. They are literally just machines programmed to kill and pointed in the direction of humanity. I would say that any of the fog ships, they're about as evil as a fucking M9 Beretta like left on a desk. That Beretta's not evil. That Beretta's not doing anything. But if I pick up the Beretta and I point it at someone and I go bam bam, I mean the Beretta's still not evil. I just picked it up and shot a guy. Same thing here. Someone at some point picked up the fog and set them off. Like they're not really a villain. Like, so the villain role becomes filled by the military, and the military is shit. But yeah, other than that, like, which is like just a series-wide thing so far, I have zero issues with this show or this episode. Like, this shit fun, dude. Like, I don't know if you could tell, but I was having fun this whole fucking time. Like, I think that the only thing I would change is the conduct of the military. I think what I would do if I was to go in and just go in and like rewrite some stuff, I think I would make it so that the military has taken complete control of Japan, and like Iona, the military has taken complete control of Japan. They've disbanded the navy. They've done no, everything is the army, everything, and they control information. They spread rumors that like Iona is like a member of, is like a fucking part of like a third faction, or they're a defector, or they're anarchists, or some buzzword that a fucking totalitarian government would give out. And the only way that they resupply is by going to abandoned dry docks that are outside of the realm of the military. Because the military, they've had to consolidate so much of Japan into like these small cities that like outlying naval bases have basically been abandoned because they're not as well defended. And so what remains of the Navy just fucked off, defected, and created like a resistance movement. And that's where they are. And you can have a lot of the same things. You can have them have to pull into a Navy base that's kind of a little too close to a army-controlled city. The army finds out, they storm in, like hold some guys at gunpoint, and you can have that go the exact same. And at that point, like, you could have the army knows Iona exists, but they don't know about, like, oh, only Chihaya can pilot her. Only, like you can't take her apart. Like, you could just have them, like, not know that, because, like, she was captured before the Navy was disbanded, and when the Navy was disbanded, they took Iona with them somehow. Like, they tied her to a fucking boat and tugged her along. Fucking who knows, right? Shit like that, you know? And just like these little changes here, like these little changes in motivations, and you could turn this into like a really fucking scary villain, like a villain that is honestly is technically on the side of good. They're just fucking dickheads. Like, I don't know, like it's just this very very small change they could have done, and it would just like smooth over this one little problem of fucking villain motivation. But I mean, I guess thankfully the villain motivation is not really that big of an issue, because most of this show is character interaction and dealing with the fucking force of nature that is, like, ancillary to fucking both the good guys and the bad guys. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, it's fun. It's a good show, I like it a lot, and the fact that I could just fucking talk for, like, what was that, fucking, like, 12 plus minutes on, like, one aspect that I didn't like, but, like, could be saved really easily, that should be a clear indication of, like, how fucking close to, like, a 10 out of 10 this show is. Like, holy fuck. And I'm hoping that you guys like this show as much as I do. So, let me know what you thought of this episode down there in the comments, whether you liked it, you disliked it, or there's some part of it that I just completely just whooshed or forgot to talk about. Because, hey, that happens sometimes because I try and keep these under 40 minutes. Kind of failing on this one, though. As always, everybody, I am Nozz. Remember to like, comment, face, subscribe, share on social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below. If you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked in the description and on the end card, along with a list of all the people to keep the show up and running. Oh boy, if you do support me on Patreon, I appreciate it a lot, especially in these fun times we're in. There are some rewards for that. They are listed on the Patreon website, which is linked on the thing. So yeah. As always, I'll see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you a